Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. When I decided I was going to do this vlog, I decided I was going to spend more time, but as you can probably see from the clouds behind me, I am late. So, not going to be spending more time filming nice little bits of B-roll. I haven't even had a chance to tie my boots yet. Look at that. Lazy. Anyway, but conditions are good. Hopefully there's a little bit of swell, and this morning we're going for some beach photography. I know. I have to say, I've missed it. Which beach have we come to, I hear you say? This morning we are at a beach called Cayton Bay, and it is blowing a hoolie, which, fingers crossed, you won't be able to tell because of the microphone. Gone for the lapel microphone today. It's a lot better at picking up my voice than the shotgun microphone. A lot better. And maybe one day I'll do a video on it, but I'm sure there's thousands of videos out there on how good the Rode Mini Go, I think that's what it's called, is, and it's really good, really good. But we're going to head over to the left hand side of Cayton Bay because there's some interesting little features in the water. We've got the sun rising behind us, which should be rising over there in my head, being on the east coast. But you know, winter does weird things to the sunrise and its position. I probably should have done more research. I just wanted to come out. So here we are. So I've just made my way to this little section of rocks, and not a huge amount is happening here, but what I have got is I've got little amounts of flow coming up and around these rocks, untouched sand, because I think I'm the first one that's out this early, and it's pretty perfect to get that minimalist sunrise experience. And I think that's what I'm going to try and get this morning. Just subdued, tranquil, and hopefully beautiful. Okay, so I think I've worked out my first shot, and I'll show you what I'm getting. And I don't know, it might look terrible, it might look okay, I don't know. Anyway, so this is what I've got. I've got this little patch of weed just down here, leading onto this one, leading onto this one, leading onto this one. I've zoomed in to get some compression in that scene, and I'm cutting out all the boring bits of sky. So I've got the interest in the sky just over here. I've got the waves coming in on a nice angle, and then that's giving me some lines coming across them rocks as well. So I've got diagonals coming this way, a diagonal coming this way, and then beautiful clouds out to sea. For the scene on the sand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot that with a polarizer on, trying to cut off as much of that glare as possible, just cut through so I get that colour. I just need a nice big wave to come in to catch that interest in that foreground, and then hopefully to catch that sky. And then what I'll do is I'll layer them two images together, put them together, and hopefully come away with something pretty special. Okay, I've got my wave coming in now. Looking back at that first shot, there's a couple of things that I really liked about it, and one of them was my spacing. When you're down and you're photographing minimalist things like this, spacing and positioning in the screen is super important. I might have messed up on that bottom left hand first bit to lead into the scene. I might have messed up on that, but the fact that none of the rocks are overlapping I think has been a big winner in that initial scene. And I've come a little bit further along the beach, and what happens further along here is the water's actually coming further up. So I can get more interaction between the water and them rocks, hopefully creating a more of an interest in the scene. So what I'm thinking about now is the way the water's moving between them rocks, how I can create lines and patterns that hopefully lead you into that gorgeous sunrise. So I need to spend a little bit of time seeing how the water's interacting with the land and seeing what's giving me the best patterns. I'm also making sure that I don't go stand down there because I don't want a big footprint to go and ruin my scene. So it took me a few times to try and get this composition right, and I think I finally got there. Unfortunately, the sky is very, very bright right now, so trying to get a balanced shot between the foreground and the sky is super difficult. I could drop in a neutral density filter, but I feel like that would filter does. You can't get rid of what you've done to that picture. Once that medium grad is in there and you've shot it, That's it, it's final. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the right wave to come up and come across these two rocks, these three rocks that I've got here. It's quite a similar composition to what I'd captured earlier, but it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, and it looks like the sun is about to join the party. I don't know whether that's going to be a good thing yet. It might ruin everything, or it might give me a beautiful light on the rocks, because on the land over there it looks incredible. Okay, I'm going to pack up and head a little bit further up the beach and go see what we can create up there. So I went a little bit further up the beach, and yeah, all gets a bit flat and a bit far away from the water. That tide is going out way faster than I was expecting. So I'm going to wander back in the direction that I've already came from, because I'm starting to get some nice clouds out to sea right now, and hopefully that light's going to come up over that hill and it's going to light these rocks in the most beautiful way. That's what I'm hoping for. And yeah, I think it's been a very nice morning, very tranquil, very relaxed, not much rushing around. Quite like mornings like this. I have to say, I've missed it. I have missed mornings like this. The tide is changing so fast. As soon as I've got a composition set up, it's already gone. And I've got one more kind of like idea for a location. This rock here has now caught my eye. And I like the way it's lit up just off to one side. I'm starting to get light across the ocean out there. It's coming further down the rocks. It's not far away from getting to where I am. So I may see if I can get a shot of this rock and make that my focal point, because the patterns in the sand just down here are beautiful. Okay, so I think I'm going to try and work this scene. So what I've managed to get in this scene that I quite like is I've got these two triangular wet patches, and they're going to be on either side of my lens pointing in towards this rock, which is definitely going to be my focal point. It's almost like a little island. I've captured the sky already because I know that's the bit that's going to fail me. All I'm going to do really is change my polarizer to cast different shadows on different areas and see if I can get this final shot, because what I'm really liking about this scene is the light that's just on the side of that rock. Okay, so I'm going to lift that exposure slightly for this area. It's quite dark down there. I would have liked some water coming up around it, but it's all you can get, isn't it, really? So this picture might end up becoming just a bit naff, and I might not do anything with it. Again, as soon as you see it, it's gone, it's changed, and it's over. So I'm gonna go down to them rocks where I was originally gonna wander down to. It's a shame that that one didn't work out, but it's very hard to judge because, like I say, as soon as you get set up, it's gone, it's over, it's changed. The joys of photography. But I had a little look at them rocks. Not really much going on there, but what there is people, and people make me nervous, especially when I'm vlogging. But yeah, so I've captured some images, had a nice time, hopefully given some good bits of advice on how to minimalize, how to compose, and how to get these peaceful mornings on the coast. But yeah, not going to be around this area for much longer though, and very excited about the move, very excited indeed. Oh, here comes the sun. But I think that's going to be all for this video this week. I hope you've enjoyed the images, and yeah, I will see you in next week's video, wherever that may be.